Alright. 3 million children are reported to Child Protective Services in the state of Texas each year. In Texas alone, over 280 children have died from child abuse or neglect. Everyone here today is a parent, even a grandparent. I'm sure that we all know of a family or a specific person or child that has been abused or neglected in some way. I have seen some children at a daycare I previously worked at that had been removed from their homes due to their parents not caring for them. It is a very sad thing to see. There should be harsher punishments and rules to follow for the parents who are abusing their children. These parents need to go through extensive counseling and behavior management before they get their children back. I intend to define exactly what child abuse is, who the abusers are and why they do it, and then I will propose a solution that the abusers would have to do. First is the definition of child abuse. According to the Federal Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act, child abuse and neglect are defined as any recent act or failure to act on the part of a parent or caretaker which results in death, serious physical or emotional harm, sexual abuse, or exploitation, or an act or failure to act which presents an imminent risk of serious harm. Physical abuse is an injury to the child that is non-accidental. This includes, but is not limited to, punching, hitting, shaking, and burning. Types of neglect may be physical, medical, educational, or emotional. There are other types of abuse that include sexual abuse, emotional and substance abuse, as well as child abandonment. It takes a sick person to harm a child in these ways. Now we will take a look at who the abusers are and some reasons for why they do it. A child's own parents are most often the perpetrators of child abuse. The most common reason they hurt a child is because they were once abused. Stress and the demands of caring for children can contribute to child abuse. Also, if a parent isn't getting enough care for themselves, they are at an added risk for abusive tendencies. Additionally, adults with substance abuse problems are more than 2 times more likely to be abusive towards their children. Next, I'll turn from a discussion of the problems to a discussion of the solutions. Our final topic is how we can help these abusers stop what they are doing. There are many state laws in place which remove the suspected abusers from the home of the child. However, if there isn't enough evidence to warrant an arrest, they are allowed to return to the home. I believe that once there's a suspicion of abuse, they need to immediately spend the night in jail and begin mandatory counseling or anger management. Parents Anonymous is a group where parents and caretakers can receive emotional support and learn new strategies for raising children that don't involve being abusive. Being able to talk to other people who have been in the same situation could help them learn new ways to raise their children without being abusive. If seeing a counselor isn't enough for the abuser, they may consider an inpatient treatment facility. Often, being physically removed from the child is the first step into helping to stop the abuse and let them control their behavior. Therefore, there are many ways that child abuse can be stopped and prevented. To summarize, child abuse can be defined as failing to act which causes harm to the child. Abusers are most commonly the child's parents who were abused themselves. Finally, harsher laws and more parent support programs would help keep these children safe. If you or someone you know has witnessed a child being abused or the effects of abuse, they need to report it immediately. Tomorrow could be too late. Let us remember that these children did not ask to be hurt. They believe that their parents will always protect them and care for them, but sometimes, sadly, that is not the case.